Owasso Independent School District v. Alvo is about a teacher in Owasso School District who was having her students grade each other's papers and then tell their teacher their grades. A mother of a student in that class felt this not only embarrassed her child, but also violated the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, also known as FERPA. FERPA is the law which protects the personal records of each student in a school, which can only be retrieved by a select few. Questions this case brought up are: do teachers have the right to have students grade each other's papers and verbally tell what the grades are to the teacher? And is a teacher's personal grade book fall under the jurisdiction of FERPA? The Supreme Court ruled that peer grading does not violate FERPA law. While the judges felt this case was not completely devoid of merit because of the question of teachers' personal grade book being under jurisdiction of FERPA, it also considered peer grading not a major part of it. The question was whether the records maintained by the teacher count as personal records for each student. For several reasons, this case approved of peer grading. For some reasons are the students who do the grading are not acting for the institution. At the point the papers are being graded, they are not maintained records, and these records are not maintained by the school, but rather the individual teacher. The answer to the question of the teacher's personal grade book is that because the grades are maintained by the teacher, they do fall underneath FERPA, but not before they are put into the grade book. The significance of the Pablo case is it better clarified what exactly is covered under FERPA. For something to be brought under FERPA, it must 1. Be gathered by someone who works for the institution. 2. Before a document falls under FERPA, it must be maintained by a teacher or proper administration. And 3. The grades, once put into the grade book, are covered by the Act. However, before the grade is put in the grade book, it is not covered by this Act. FERPA was created to help protect the personal information of students throughout their whole life. This case helped better define what exactly is covered and what is not, as well as how something becomes covered by this Act. 13 years after the Favo case, peer grading is still being used and has just evolved as the teachers have. One thing which needs to remain at the forefront of thought is how peer grading and verbal scoretelling can embarrass students. A teacher needs to keep this in mind to make sure that they have a wonderful classroom environment. However, this case has made it clear once a grade has been put into a teacher's grade book, the only way the information can be shared is if it aligns with FERPA. This means only the student, parents, and select administration members, including the teacher, know what the grades are, unless the student themselves tell their fellow classmates.